Hey yo, I'm here. What's up? What's going on? Welcome to Tetris. Mart's in the background. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have to make a gif of that. Quick, I need to put a stream marker there. How the fuck do I put a stream marker in? There we go. Hello, Kachira. How are y'all? I hope you're doing well. Alright, my friends. I have a message, very important one to y'all. Smart saying, short for SPS. Alright, perfect, Kachira. Greeting. There's your seed. For the first set, it starts 2-3, Bravo 4, 5-7. Almost perfectly sequential numbers. And Mart, you've got first level select, you've got higher PV. I don't think y'all already mentioned. No, not all the ways, okay. $18 to start. Sounds good, sounds good. Might have to give Mart's board a bit of a touch up whenever they kick off, but no worries. Kashira's first 18 start. Hell yeah, I'm excited about it. I just had my first 18 start the other day too in comp. Both players ready. Let's get this game number 1 kicked off there in 3, 2, 1. Sorry. I saw readies. But we are off. The players stacking well. Mart's knocking down the first Tetris. Chira taking some skims off of the side. Keeping the stack nice and low, that's what you gotta do on 18, especially when you're still a bit unfamiliar with it. Both players trying to set up for Tetris number 2. Well, Mart's Tetris number 2, Kachira a Tetris. Ooh, it doesn't get that J-tuck, but we'll get things cleared out, I believe. Mart's at 53 right now, Kachira 12,000. Has yet to nail a Tetris, but should still be good to clear this out. Might just take a bit of a second. Take the triple to bring the board back down, up to 22,000. Mart's is at 79,420. That's as close as I think I've seen anyone get to 69,420. And even 10k more. What else can you give? Kachira gets the Tetris. First comp Tetris on 18. Oh, Mart's board is creeping to the sky. Late flip of a Lombard. Will put Lombards in column 2. We'll top at 84. Kachira, you have a chase down for 8-4. Still have 100 lines, so should be a very maintainable chase down. Just needs to get the board brought back down a little bit. 8-4 is your chase down. Equi, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Nice double from Kachira. Kachira just continuing to line this out. We'll get a double, bring the store or the stack all the way back down. Mart's is bopping his head to this sick beat. This is Don't You Know by Bogus or something. About 10k to go for Kachira's chase down. Still just taking this nice and easy. $2,000 more will do it. Warm-up is done for Martz. That double will do it. Kachira will take game number 1. Can't breathe a sigh of relief, has got the chase down. Kachira with level select. Can stay 15, can bump down to 15 if wanted. Is saying 18 again? I'm all for it. Gotta learn it. Yep, that is, I should have that attitude as well. We have both players ready. Let's get you counted down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I don't think we're on same seeds. Yeah, sorry. Top out, we're not on same seeds. It took me a second. It took me a hot second because it looked similar. But I was like, wait a second, there wasn't an initial T. That's all good. So we should bump to, what is that, 4-5? Yeah, 4-5, B4, 5-7. All good, no worries. I'm gonna double triple check. Alright. Game 2, try 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. TZO should be the opener, and TZO is the opener. We are good to go. Mart's taking a couple of doubles to open up the game. Oh, Kachira, if they set up that L flat, or sorry, vertical, could have got the Tetris, but it's set up very nice for the next Lombard that will come. And we'll sink the first Tetris. Mart's also getting the Lombard over. The player is into traction right now. Wait, are getting traction. They're not into traction. That's how that idiom works. Kachira at 72, Mart's 53. Gets the Lombard over to column 1. Kachira staying clean now. That is their priority. Oh, but building a bit of a cave system in the board. We'll fill it in pretty well, but doesn't get that T where it's meant. Cheers board in a bit of friction now. Martz gets a Tetris. Martz up to 127. Kachira 82. Nice triple there by Kachira. Gets the lumbar for a triple, gets the board brought back down. Marzo finds another Tetris up to 177, Kachira just under 100,000. Marz's board, still as clean as it was from the opener, will sink another Tetris up to 222 after those quick Tetrises. That is the benefit of building up a bit aggressively, is that you can be ready in case two Lombars do come, which I find they do more often than they don't. Arstead would love a Lombar here, though. Built up a bit of a stack. We'll get a triple out of it. I thought that was a triple. It might have been a Tetris. Unsure. I am sure that Kachira just got that Tetris though. 139 plays 237. Martin's enjoying a 100,000 point lead though. Kachira with a Tetris of lines available. Kachira though back into a bit of a rhythm it seems. Martins would love good pieces into 1 and 2 right now. Holds out for a Lombar. March trying to bring this stack back down. Has pretty good pieces now. Kachira also a bit of a hang up. Gets a Tetris though. Kachira closing the gap here. 215 plays 258. Both players approaching the 100 line mark. Nice burns here from Martz. I think Martz might be trying to set up dirty. $40K the difference here. Transition about 30 lines away. Oh, Kachira burning away the Tetris setup. Shade dependent, just covers it up as it comes. Oh, Kachira's board will not make it the transition. We'll top out at 232, so Martz 310 will be good for game number 2 before transition. I think Martz is going to try to take it to transition though. Or at least sink one final Tetris. There it is. Transition's 358, we'll top out there. Martz makes it 1-1. We push on to 5-6 seed. These players only having played once before, I believe. Martz ready on 18. Kachira ready. Let's get game number 3 kicked off in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And LSO, the opener, we're good for SPS. Both players off to the races. Both players sinking Tetrises. Yeah, 362nd opponent is absolutely bonkers. Like, I was looking up stats earlier on the match database sheet just to have something to say. And I saw that you had done 1,300 matches by now, which is insane. Kachira, though, early lead here on Martz, sitting at 72, Martz at 32. Mart's not going to touch us down, though. I also looked at things because you have a high enough sample size that I can actually draw conclusions from it. You have like 40% wins on Saturdays, and 40% wins with me as your restreamer. Kachira trying to get this board knocked down a little bit before a Lombard comes. Lombard still not having came, even through all that dig down. Kachira, good for a Tetris though, we'll go to 136. 6 lines ahead of Martz though, Martz at 112 with that Tetris. Actually, same lines, Kachira ahead by a Tetris. Martz having to wear the board down a little bit. Thought that would burn. Kachira getting Tetris ready, nails the Tetris. Martz gets the Lombard over. I don't know if that was a quick tap needed or not. Martz at 129, Kachira at 208. Oh, but Kachira's board getting up high, can't get pieces over. Bull top out at 208. Martz 208 is your chase down. 208. Good double there. Martz has the well open. Lombard just not coming. Lombard comes from Martz. Nails the Tetris up to 166. 208 is the chase. It's a nice Z-tuck. Sinks another. Only needs one more. Still has 50 more lines until transition. Trying to get set up for a Lombard. Takes the triple. Okay, so no Lombards exist in this game, apparently. Lombards are just absent entirely. 205 needs 208. 208.6 technically. There's a Lombard. Mart's good for game number 3. Game number 2 on that side, game number 3 total. I need to really refine my verbiage. Both players ready. Let's not waste any time here. Going 18. Sorry, I counted down a hair too early, but 18 start in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And JTJ, the opener. Maybe I need to adjust my ads to not be that frequent, considering how long a Tetris match goes. Yeah, let me bump it back down to that. It won't affect the current ad coming, but Martz with 2 Tetrises on the board. board is just not being favorsome to Kachira, having to take some serious burns. Board is in a bit of a situation right now, but would be set up for got the double that I was thinking of. Nice. That is, I think, the pain of restreaming Tetris. This shit happens way too fast. Kachira, though, trying to get set up. Jay over to the left helps. Martz would love a Lombar. Martz would not love a Lombar right now, though. Martz got a Lombar, as he would have loved it. 82 for Martz, 27 for Kachira. Martz having taken advantage of the extended delay situation by Kachira. Kachira, though, rocking and rolling now. Kachira sinking Tetris number 1 of the game, 67,000, playing 91 on Martz's side, +1 for Martz. Kachira trying to knock that one little bit of garbage out of column 10. Has to pile a bit awkwardly on top of it. Martz with the head shake, having to take a triple. Martz at 134, Kachira at 81,000. Yeah, listen to the song. It's telling you to not give up. Good setups here by both players. Martz finding a Lombar. Kachira also sinking a Tetris. 55,000 the difference here at about the same line. Martz, though, sinking a Tetris. Martz having an Akibar, but gets the Tetris. Oh, Kachira's board now running into some trouble. Had a T-spin setup, but T-spin not, T-pin not coming. Has pieces to get out of this. Oh, those pieces, though, not agreeing. Overshifts of Lombar. Cannot get anything over. That will do it at 121. Martz 260. Takes set number 1. GG's and well played. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to take 90 seconds to report this match and run some ads. But here is your second seed. Oh no, I'm so sorry I gave you all numbers. 737418. I will see you all in 90 seconds. Alright, apparently I'm good with ads now, so both players ready. Let's get set number 2 kicked off here. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. TLO the opener, we are off. Alright, it's Tetris number 1. Kachira, wonderful stacking there to hold out for the Tetris. Both players with points on the board. Another player pushing down, interestingly enough. Because I find some people, whenever they play 18 for long enough, they can't play 15 without pushing down to adjust. But good to see both players taking their time, wanting to max their score here. Mart's up by a Tetris at the same lines, 45 playing 77. Oh, Kachira, nice adjustment. Seen the Lombard coming. Not a great place to store that L, but the best place that they probably could have in that moment. Now running into a bit of traffic at mid-board height at 70,000 points. Mart's 119. Bringing this down though, piece by piece. Oh, interesting placement of that Z there by Kachira. It has a VIT set up, technically. Not any longer. Had a VLTS setup. What is that car doing? It's parked outside my house. Strange happenings. Mart's 179, Kachira 83. The player's about the halfway mark of level 15 here. Level 15 only running for 100 lines. Oh, Mart's dirty Tetris setup. Now needs something to uncover the well. Katsugiri, rating party of 4. Welcome, welcome. You're catching set number 2 here. Hi Yarno, welcome in. Hello Crinkle. Kachira having brought the board back down, trying to get re-established. 111 playing 227 after that Tetris from Mart's. Kachira holding out for some clean digs here. Has a Tetris setup, so does Mart's. Oh, Mart's getting that Lombard over, but an interesting spire forming in the board. The players only 1/4 of the level remaining. These players, I do believe, are in your division. Yeah, this is currently Silver 36. Mart's with a head shake. Mart's saying, "Give me the piece." Piece coming across. Mart's didn't need it. Was able to use it with some efficiency. Mart's with a 170,000 point lead here, heading into close to 18 transition. Yeah, I'm doing TMP all day. I got Martz and Kachira now, and then after this we got Martz and another relatively newer silver player who I haven't seen play yet, which I'm excited about, Mike Flo. And then we got, I think, another silver, but different silver restream. Martz with an aggressive head shake here, has a hold the board preventing a Tetris, transitions into level 18 speeds at 305. Kachira with the well open, has a Tetris ready for transition. Transitions into 18 at 204 with a triple. Mart's a nice T-burn, gets a Tetris, goes it to 334. All fair, Yarno, yeah, my Tetris day is just beginning. I'm ready for it. The players mucking their way through these last couple levels. Thank you, Yarno, for the follow. I only need one more follower till 99, till 100. That's exciting. Thank you, Yarno. Thank you for... Let me grab my water bottle so I can hydrate. Oh, Kachira, I didn't see topped out at 215. Martz, you are good. You are good at 342 for game number 1. Well played, well played. Martz with the CTWC branded mug. Martz going another 15 start here for game number 2. Double check that we're on the right seed. Alright, let's get number 2 kicked off here in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. JCS is the opener. It's always good to make sure that you're on the same pieces. You'd hate for it to not be. Martz getting Tetris number 1. Kachira having to get set up for a Tetris with the Lombard that came. We'll be ready for the next one that comes though. Both players with points on the board. There will be no bagels here. Bakery's closed. Martz set up, gets a Tetris. Kachira seeming to always have troubles with that one Mino in column 9. It's a Lombard to clear it out. Just running into some traction now. 43 playing 81 here. Martz up by 2 Tetrises. Kachira getting Lombards over to the left. Gets the well open. Pushes everything to the left, gets the Lombard, gets the Tetris. Martz an uneven stack. Gets a nice T to help out. Couple of delayed burns here, waiting on a Lombard. Oh, and Kachira's board, oh no. Kachira well open, triple with an L, another double there. is actually getting this open. Is actually getting this down. Gets pretty nice pieces. Nice LJ. One more line and the well is open. W dig there. Mart's well open, gets a Tetris. Chira clearing a double there with that long bar. While I'm trying to hold out for another long bar. Nice good burns there, gets the long bar, gets a Tetris. 107 for Kachira, 203 for Martz. The players just passed the halfway mark. Long for both players. 100,000 still the difference. Martz really wonderful stacking here. Nice burns from Kachira. Keeping the stack at a reasonable height. Gets a lumbar over. Up to 169. Martz at 285. Oh, major L and Z burst here on Kachira's side. Sorry, LJ burst. I've been saying LZ burst. Because L and the Z are the same color. Kachira having to close the ball off as a lumbar comes. Martz still in prime scoring position. Knocks down a Tetris. Oh, Kachira had to fill in a lumbar dependency with the lumbar. Oh, gets well open and a lumbar over. Up to 198. Martz has one more Tetris in the bag before transition. Kachira sinks one, has one more available. Kachira transitions 238. Martz transitions 368, so 130,000 the difference at transition. Will be quite the lead for Kachira to surmount. Kachira though playing incredibly well despite being down. Tetris on Kachira's side, 287. Martz a bit hung up. Opens up an I dependency, turns it into LJ. Kachira 10 lines left. Oh, Kachira sets up, gets a Tetris on 18, has one more available before 19. Oh, but we'll transition to 19 at 316. Martz with the next line. We'll meet Kachira in 19 at 445. Martz gets a lumbar for a Tetris. Oh, but Martz sports climbing. Martz can't get... Well, no. Can't get pieces over. Top's 467. Sorry, 476. I'm not even gonna say it, because I'd be wasting my breath. Kachira can't chase this down. Who the hell is looking outside my... Who is looking at my lawn? Why are you here? You're bothering me. Hard's good for game number 2. I'm gonna viciously stare at these people outside my window. Alright, they're just old folks walking. Back to level 18. Mike Flo in the chat with a follow. Thank you. Follower Goldmet. 100 out of 100. I knew it was going to happen. Mike Flo, the real MVP. Well, we see Mike Flo in action later on today after this set. Both players ready on an 18 start. Let's kick now our game number 3 off here in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we do have same pieces. Both players off. I find players do prefer 18 starts over 15 starts. It's easier to control pieces when they're moving a bit faster, I find. Or at least, like, process them and then get the thought of a piece out of your head. Free up for the next one. Martz with a really interesting resolution fair there for that bit janky setup. I liked it. Kachiro also off to a pretty decent start, actually. Had a really good resolution for those misdrops, too. Got the Tetris out of it. 30 playing 30 right now. Martz will get a triple here with a Lombard, as there's a hole in row 1. Actually, Martz won't get anything with the Lombard, as the well was closed. The well was on bank holiday. And Martz's board is going the opposite way. 42 for Martz, 38 for Kachira. Martz gets a Lombard. Overshifts a Lombard over into row 1, gets a Che over. He's actually bringing this down. Gets an L over. Overshifts a Z. Oh no! That will do it for Martz at 56. Kachira at 72 will be good. Or it's at 72 will be good for game number 3. Oh, Martz, the left-right shift within those 3 frames. I hate when that happens. Because it's 3 frames and then it locks. And to go left and right in those 3 frames, it hurts. But we progress on. We move on. Martz with a 15 start. Hey, I gotta check seeds for this. This is a pivotal game 4. Let's kick it off in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Square TS, the opener. Kachira's board scaring me, but is working around it. Both players off to not ideal starts. Martz finds a home for the Lombard. Kachira back to a neutral board. Sets up, gets a Tetris. Kachira 43, Martz 25. Mards. Oh, the triple flipping a T into not a right place. Has to do nothing but laugh about it. Mards gets burned down. Almost had a perfect clear, but had 2 more Minos. Tetris for Kachira.
It's all good.
Kachira nailing another Tetris, taking a bit of an early lead here on Mards. At about same line count, Kachira up by 50,000 points, 107 playing 58. Both players with Tetrises. Kachira on quite a tear here early on. Needs this game to take it to a decider. Marks is trying to get it done in 4 again. Lombard 4, Kachira gets a Tetris. Marks a delayed burn setup.
It's all good.
To clear out with a Lombard sitting at 102. Kachira up by 70k at just past halfway. Kachira actually ahead by 10 or so lines at any one time. Marks with a head shake, and I'm sure Kachira, if we could see their face, would be shaking their head as well. Kachira would love a Lombard to fill in the bit of a channel that is formed. Just has to cover it up and build on top of it. Oh, has the channel reopened and will sink a Lombard in there. Clears out nothing, unfortunately. The lead is 50k for Kachira. Oh, their board is creeping up. Nice placement for a square. Oh, overshifting an L. Kachira taking time, bringing this down. Martz's board also starting to creep up here. Transition approaching in handful of lines now. 10 for Kachira, about 15 for Martz. Kachira trying to get the board as brought down as they can before transition. Martz getting a Tetris up to 164. Kachira 205. Transitions to 6 with that single onto 18 speeds. Oh, that was a really good uncovering of that well by Martz. Pieces are just not rewarding him for his effort. We'll transition with a Tetris at 188. 30k is the difference. Oh, Martz set up high here. Gets a Lombard over. Up to 209, 10k the difference. Gets a triple there, but is set up 1 row off the bottom. Or could be, at least, let me say. Kachira also trying to get set up here before 19 transition. Oh, gets a lumbar. Gets a Tetris 246 for Kachira. Sinks one more Tetris transitions 270. Marks with a possible 3 Tetrises in the bag. He's trying to play especially safe here. Oh, has to cover the well as a lumbar comes though. Gets it open, sinks one of the Tetrises, has one more available. He's really holding out for a lumbar here, pushing everything over to the left. Gets the lumbar, gets a Tetris to 274. Kachira 307, 30k is still the difference. Both players giving it everything they got here. Lining it out into post. Okachira getting up high. Just gets the lumbar over, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get pieces over now. That will do it for Kachira at 328. More, it's 328 is your chase down. 328. Sitting at 311. Nice flat lumbar burn. Oh, nice flip there by that J by Martz. Still needs to get pieces, but pieces aren't cooperating. Nice quick tap there. Oh, but the lumbar just is not showing. And that will do it for Martz at 322. Oh, so Kachira will take game number 4. Okay. Goodness, this is horrible timing on my part. I'm sorry I have to ice y'all like this. I have ads running in like 3 minutes, and I know they're gonna run whenever y'all are playing. I'm gonna go ahead and run them. That way they're not distracting y'all in the middle of the game. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for bearing with me through my ads. Gonna wait for a ready from Kachira before I kick us off. Hey, there's that ready. Alright, let's get game number 5 underway. Countdown in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And yes, good luck for Decider. We have same pieces for this 18 game. Mart's sinking Tetris number 1. You're having to take a different approach to building the board. Ooh, really good flip there to accommodate for the J. Bit of a panic flip, but I understand the feeling. Mart's Tetris number 2. Cheer set up here, waiting on a Lombard to come. Tetris on Cheer's side up to 43. Mart's playing at 101 after that triple. Has to raise the board to the ground, start anew. Old board wasn't cooperating. I don't think this new one's cooperating much either. Get some good burns, but we'll still be taking a second to reestablish the board. Kachira getting a Tetris. 73 playing 107. Mart's eye dependent. And an eye not coming. Two quick Lombards to help bail Mart's out of that situation. $20K is the difference at same line count. Tetris on Mart's side, Kachira needing to take a quick second. Not fighting with the board, but more so just getting it back into scoring position right there. Oh, Mart's is fighting with the board. Gets an L over. Kachira Tetris up to 160. Mart's at 177. Oh, Mart's gets a J, an L in there. Doesn't get the T-spin. Doesn't get the J over. Tops 181. Kachira 181 is your goal. 181 will get you the set. Sitting at 171, 172. How is Kachira gonna end this? Are they gonna set up for a Tetris? Are they gonna line it out? And then go out in style? I think they're gonna play this safe, get a guaranteed win as opposed to being flashy. That's what I would do at least. Place for that Z there, but sorry, 183 will get the chase down completed. Mart's, thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah, take you a second before your match with Mike Flo. Kachira, well done. taking not only 2 points, but 6 points in the division. Getting it done in style, well needed. It always feels good to split sets with people, especially a strong competitor like Martz. That actually brings Kachira up to 7 points in the division. Is not in any strong promo or relegation chance. Actually, looking at the rest of the division, I think Kachira has a strong chance to stay in silver. If it's me, of course. Alright, I gotta do a PB check. Oh, I should have done this earlier because I don't think Mike Flo has his PB in the bot yet. I don't know. I'll do some searching real quick. You're welcome, Kachira. I'm glad I could have taken it. I like restreaming. Yeah, Martz, take time if you need to before we start your game against Mike Flo. Ah, that's how you search. P is 745. Curious if it is in the bot. Mike Flo 42. Oh, okay, it is in the bot. Nice. Wait, is it Martz's like 712? 812. Okay, so Martz will still have all this left. One sec to get set up. Damn, shout out to Mike Flo for being here, being ready. That's what we like to see. Mike Flo, new to the TNP scene, new as of earlier this month. Very, very excited to see how this competitor plays. I'm gonna run ads one more time before we start, but I'll give y'all that question to chew on. Alright, checking seeds. Mart's, what is your level, my friend? Are we doing 18 start? Start it is. So Mike, if you haven't played a TMP restream yet, only real thing I have to stress is go whenever you see Tetris in the chat, not whenever you hear me say Tetris. Whenever I do countdowns, that's really the only thing. Besides that, have fun, play some good Tetris. Alright, ready's from both players for this 18 start. Let's get y'all counted down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris.
Let's get the hell out of here.
And we have same pieces. Give Mike C a bit of doctoring. The player's having to take time to get the stack readjusted. Mart's a bit of a head shake. This setup here though is not set up here though. Mart's getting pieces over though. That Z helping. Nice double. Nice long bar. Opens up that hole in the stack. W dig by Martz for a Tetris. Goes up to 47. Mike got 21,000. Nails the Tetris, goes to 44. You know how people switch their Crocs into sport mode? I'm switching my restreaming into standing mode. I realize I'm going to be doing this for about 3 hours. The player's playing strong so far though. Mike being very patient, methodical. Really nice digs. Gets a flat lumbar burn. Mart's really good sequence, trying to get the board back into scoring position. Mart's at 107, Mike at 102 at the same line count. We are neck and neck at about halfway. Mart's yet again faced with a dig situation. Oh, some overshifts. Mart's not getting it locked in time. We'll top at 118. Mike at 154. We'll take game number 1. Martz, you were just trapped in that dig. That was the island of misfit digs. My cat is just staring at me thinking I'm gonna feed him soon. Bird named Nora saying GG's. Thank you for the first time chat. Yeah, ooh, 4 times 7 pieces is not fun for losing Das. I can relate though. You quick tap like nobody I see though. I need to learn from you on quick taps. Oh, switched your board there, so it should be on when it's at E0, E1 seed. So yeah, Mike, if you'll just increment the first two numbers of your seed up to E1. Wait, is this Mike's first TMP match? Hang on. No, it's not. It's a second. But that's exciting! Second TMP match. Alright, E1 seed, perfect. Alright, both players ready. Let's get y'all counted down for game number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Still learning, but I mean, hey, you're catching on. I mean, if you're doing this much, you'll be fine. Kachira is saying, I am a loyal DAS hater. Don't ask my playstyle, please. I am a DAS apologist. I have to play DAS. Mike with 2 Tetrises on the board so far. Mike opting to sink the Tetris instead of putting the Lombard in column 7. Actually opened up an I dependency there where it probably would have been better. DAS are an option, not by option. Yeah, DAS are by force. I tap whenever I get panicky and whenever I know that I'm not gonna have DAS, like past next box, but that is out of sheer panic. Mart's with a 1 Tetris lead over Mike at 25 lines. Pretty evenly matched competition here, I shall say. I'm here for it. I like it. Mike getting a Tetris, Mart's answering. We are neck and neck here. Mart's Tetris. Oh, but Mart's board a bit uneven here. Needing the Lombard had to form a nasty spire in the board. How is this gonna get resolved, Mart's? Throws a square, hangs the square, tops at 178. Mike, your chase down is 178. Tetris will do it. Lombard comes, Lombard gets sank for the killer Tetris. Mike up 2-0 on this first set. I think might be one more Tetris. Gets it. I mean, is this? I was gonna say, if this is pace, feel free to go for it. But I mean, hell, I would have been happy with 200 just through halfway. Mart's calling a 15 start here. Should be on seed F2 now. Yep, F2. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Game 3 is climbing up a tree. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And we do have same pieces. And similar setup up until that T. That is where the player stacks and their technique diverge. Marts with the Tetris. Mike having to build around it. Could have gotten dirty there. Mike decided to stay clean. Mike with Tetris on the right side is set up for the next long while it comes. Ties it up here at 47. Art's holding out for a lumbar. Where is it? There it is. Sinks the Tetris. Mike having to force a hole in the stack. We'll be going to work on uncovering that. Will resolve pretty nicely. Gets the board cleaned up. We'll sink a Tetris. Mart's now having to use a lumbar to get the well open. Gets a Tetris. 73 here for Mike, 104 for Martz. Martz with a Tetris. Yeah, Tetris lead. Some people like to think in fractional units of pace, like Tetrises, and I don't know. I think points is sufficient. It's fun for color commentary, I find, but trying to convert into an arbitrary unit like that it's confusing enough. I already have to deal with things like UDC. Mart's extending the lead here. 182 plays 117 at the halfway mark. Mart's up by about 3 Tetrises. See, I'll use Tetris as a pace indicator because that's what the game is. They didn't call this game single or double. Called it Tetris, damn it. $80K is the difference here. Closer to 70K. Nothing is good enough to fill in 3-4 for Martz. Gets SJ bursted. Has to put holes in the board right in the line that he's trying to burn out of. Nice dribble to open that hole up though. Gets it open in time for the lumbar. Goes up to 268. Mike is set up for a dirty Tetris. Was set up, but lumbar just not coming. Of course it didn't. It's Tetris. Mike getting a lumbar, getting a Tetris. Up to 188. Martz to 306. Martz has come away with it. It is genuinely anyone's game though. That is IMHO, the glory of Tetris. Oh, Martz would love the lumbar. Really good burn there with that L though. I need to watch that back and see that. Has to set up a bit awkwardly. Lombard will help. Has the well open. Decided to open up the hole in the stack. Much smarter decision, honestly. Transitions 318. Lombard for a Tetris. Mike will transition with 2 more lines. Transitions 268. 80k is the difference into level 18 speeds. Tetris 4 Mike though. Mart's waiting for something for the left. Mike gets a Tetris. Mart's also a Tetris. 19 speed, 19 transition coming. And 5 lines for Mart's. 10 or 15 for Mike. That level 17 is just so hard to see. Mart's transitions 19 at 403. Oh, Mike's board is getting up a bit high. Mike will have to bring this board down before transition. Oh, he's doing what he can. It's a Lombard. That single will do it. Transitions 346, immediately overshifts. That will do it for Mike at 346. Mart's 422 will take game number 3, avoiding a sweep. Which I think was holding out for one more Tetris, but the Lombard's still not even coming. This game's called Tetris, but Tetris happens very rarely. Alright. When we press on, should be on 0 something seed now? 03. Should really keep track more. I think we're on 03 though. So game 4 is something horror in 4, 3, 2, 1 Tetris. Also, shout out to GD for qualing in Illinois earlier. I wanted to watch the stream, but it didn't have any audio or any commentary, so I got bored. I also saw Ian and Tyler on the stream, which was really nice. Whoa, Martz, your board got up high fast. Oh, Mike's board also really holding out for a miracle here. Needs a Lombard. Pushes it over. Has the well open. Gets a single with that Lombard. Knocks another over. Alright, Mike should be hopefully getting this down. This is quite the seed. God, is Colin in the chat? At 26 lines, Mart's at 42, Mike at 24. Neither player in necessarily a better, well, I guess you can call Mart's in better position by virtue of being lower on the board, but is still on scoring position. Oh, but Mike. Oh, Mike tops at 28. What do you know it, folks? We have a decider on our hands for the second time today. I wish I had some. I need to invest in a soundboard so I could have some decider music. Like some kind of for a decider. Ooh, Mart's calling an 18 start. Checking seeds, but players ready. Game 5 is something. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I had to wait for it to show up on my screen. See, I don't wanna steal GD's things, but I also wanna have my own stuff. I guess I need to actually start thinking of creative things instead of stealing it from other artists. Mike, Tetris number 1. Mark's sinking another. Sorry, sinking the first on his side. Arts with the Tetris goes to 92, Mike at 34. Tetris on Mart's side. Both players knocking Tetrises as well. 80k the difference here at 25 lines. My cat has joined me because it is close to dinner time, and he knows it. He yearns for the food. Mart's having to take a triple. Nothing coming to get the board set up. Tetris for Mart's goes to 173. Mike flows. Double Lombard dependent there for a split sec. Tetris Mart's really trying to hammer this home. Mike taking a triple. No good place for the square that came on Mike's side. Martin's getting that Mino garbage taken out of the top of center of column 10. Put it back though. That T flat is not a burn. It's only a good burn sometimes. Mike trying to nail a Tetris here. Needs a Lombard. Needs a Lombard. This is a mean drought here. Might get the well open for the Tetris though. 167 plays, 259, just past halfway. Martin's getting a Lombard over. Has the well open. Has the Tetris. 290. $70k, still the difference here. Players about same line count. About to reach line number 100. Mart's setting up that J vertical. Interesting strat. It's a delayed burn that puts a hole in the stack, but it does get a Tetris. The player's past 100 lines. Player's clean going into new transition. 2 Glumbars coming for Mike, getting a Tetris. Trying to get a bit of advantage over Martz, but Martz is just on it. Mike having to put a hole in row number 2. So Lombard to the right, Lombard to the left. Trying to open up the stack before 19. Oh, Martz gets a dirty Tetris 1-er off the bottom into transition at 4:45. Might get to transition 3:37. Oh, Martz tops out 4:47. Mike, your transition is 100,000 points. You need 4:47. Currently sitting 3:47. You have about 80 lines of runway to get this. Oh, lost ass. Oh. Oh, gets the Lombard over, but that, I fear, will do it. Martz gets it done. Takes game number 5 in this first set. Shout out reverse sweep. There you go, there's your reverse decider for that reverse sweep. Goodness, Martz. Alright. I'm gonna report this, and then I'm gonna also have to take a sec to feed my cat and grab a quick drink. So, ads are coming. Yo, I'm back. There's your new seed. Seed is A Alpha 5774. First set, 3-2. First set, 3-2. Not 3-32. Bird named Nora, let's go, Liptonic. Hello, chat. Lipton, you're also chat. You're talking to yourself in the first person, you fourth person. It's going good. It's going good. Second set of the stream. Sorry, second matchup of the stream. Martz and Kachira split sets, and now Martz and Mike are on set 2. See how set 1 went. Waiting on ready from Mike, then we can get this puppet going. Alright, we got readies. Let's get game number 2 underway. Sorry, set 2, game 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Oh, we're not on same pieces. We are not on same pieces. Top out, top out, top out. Oh, Mike, you silly. You're on BA. The seat is 8A. That's so funny. I love that. You're good, you're good. Yeah, Lipton restreaming. We got Lipton set up earlier today. Alright, so let's push on to 9B seed. So we're gonna be 9B 5774. Yeah. See, Mart's got it. Mart's knows. Alright, so Mike, yeah, if you'll. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. We're good. Alright. Part 2 kicking it off in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. There's the Crusher. Age. We're off with same pieces. Tomato, welcome to the chat. Cheering on Martz. We'll see Tomato later on. After this set, actually. We'll be taking on our resident furry, Richard Wolf. I say that as if Tetris isn't teaming with... Both players' boards starting off a bit impaired. Martz is making faces. Martz is not getting lone bars. Martz is gonna top out at 12k. Mike at 39. You're good for game number 1. Martz, it's like the first pancake. You know this. You know how it is. It's never good, but it paves the way for the rest of the games to be better. Alright, push on to AC. Ready on 18 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Martin saying, Tomato my friend, yo! Which, because Tomato speaks Spanish, also says, Tomato my friend, I. Ooh, a couple of tucks early on Mike's side. Got it pretty cleanly resolved. Not too many pieces needed. We'll take a triple, bringing the stack down. Tomeo appreciating my very bad pun. Mike taking another triple, putting... Your thing was a bit confusing. It was a bit of a reach. It's a stretch of a joke. It's like the dumb jokes of like, where does a Spanish cat go after he dies? Purgatorio, 'cause gato. Bad jokes, but not like nothing bad about these players' boards. Mart's getting a Tetris at 65. Mike up to 67. Mike with a Tetris up to 91. Hearts getting the board reopened. Mucking his way through this. Has the well open. Has no long bar. Has a long bar, has a Tetris. Up to 115. Mike from 115 up to 139. Has that one Tetris pace lead. I was afraid to say pace during games, but now I'm not. Winter can't curse me like that. Mike getting a split triple there. Goes up to 169. Mart's at 144. Mart's at 169. Hey now. Mike at 175. This is close. This is a banger of a game. I think we may have found Mart's match. Tetris on Mike's side, 205. Nice tuck from Mart's. Mike with a bit of a flat board, now getting it sloped again. Mart's with a Tetris. Oh, Mike shifting that L before it got locked in. Oh, and that will be the nail in the coffin. We'll top out 208. Mart's 268, good for game number 2. Gets it done. Early shift is the killer. It really is. And it's so hard because you won't you have that 20th of a second frame to lock it in, and you think, oh yeah, that 20th of a second is gone, and by now I can move it. Nope. We press on with 18 starts. Ready for BDC in a minute. Double check that we're on BD. Oh. Sorry, I counted down because I saw both readies, but it looks like we're still fine for 18 starts, so go at your peril. If you don't like 18, feel free to top out, but it looks like y'all were just fine for 18. Mike with pushdown points of a lead. Brittany and Nora, thank you for the follow. Mercy me, I'm getting all my followers today. I love it. That's what happens when you have a 3-hour stream planned. Mart sinks a Tetris. Mike with a Tetris on the board. Mart's back into the bricklaying business. Gets a Lombard, gets a Tetris up to 72. Mike at 33 at same line count. Ooh, Mike, a bit of a forced burn delay. Ooh, that got sticky fast for Mike. Getting pieces to the left. Oh, but can't get the Z over to the right. We'll top at 38,000. Mart's 102 will take game number 3. Mart's saying, not bad, not bad. I'll take it. So Mart's pulling ahead. We'll take sets with this next game. Leptonic, thank you for the follow. I thought you were following me already. That's so strange that you weren't. Anyways, thank you for the follow. I can't complain. We got both players ready. Let's get game number 4 on the way in 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Yo, new sub from Mart's. I can't ask for much of a better support. I was checking out my payouts from Twitch because they have it updated to where you only can get paid out on 1 day a month. And if you don't have the money for the payout, you can't check it again until a month later, which is such a dumb system. And so I was $5 short before the payout. Now I have to wait till April. It's such a horrible system. What's not horrible is Mart's getting a Tetris though, up to 53. Mike at 54. And we'll be set up waiting for a Tetris to come. And to force some holes in the stack. What is this drought? Mike getting the Lombard over, but not left with much of a good board. Oh, I think held out a bit too much. That is going to do it for Mike. Mike topping at 78. Mart's at 81. Takes the set. Heart is broken. I surely thought that a Lombard was going to come somewhere in there, but alas. Mart's getting it done 3-1. Let's see how that shakes the division up. I'm curious. After the four silver games that I had. Mart's goes to 38 points in the division, has 6 matches left. I don't know if what number guarantees promo, but will not be getting relegated for certain. Next highest points is Abaro, and Abaro 4 games fewer played. Should be a good showing. I'd be surprised if Mart doesn't go to gold, honestly. But who knows? It is a pretty stacked division, so we'll see. Marts, thank you for the 100 bits again. Tomato, is this already silver 36? Missed by 1 point last season. Whoa. Tomato we can, yeah, silver 36. I think, what am I? Bronze is up to like 37 or 38. Oh, Mart's offline. Womp. Perfect. Alright. Well, I'm gonna take a quick second, get set up then. Tomeo, feel free, warm up. We don't have to start until the top of the hour. I feel that's when Richard will be ready. But I'm gonna take a bit and get set up for this. So, I'm also gonna run some ads just to collect every last cent out of y'all that I can, and I do mean cents. It's not a lot of money that I get from ads. But I'm gonna do that and get set up. But I'll see y'all in just a second. Oh, I just realized I was muted the whole time. Crazy. Anyway, I spent 20 seconds rambling about how I have 50 seconds of ads for Richard left. Now I only have about 20 seconds left. Oh, do y'all also have a CTM match to play? Hang on, let me... That I didn't realize. I mean, I can still take it, but... Alright, how's that? Sure, it's probably not much better, but I try. I can only boost it so much. Yeah, let me check scheduling and see if y'all scheduled a match. Let me also check the brackets. Mayo, would you like SPS? Alright, SPS. Your first seed is 00 Foxtrot 993. Also, give me one quick second. I'm gonna... Do y'all have a CDM match? Oh, okay. Sure enough, y'all do. Okay. Well, yeah, we can totally do the CTM match as well. Alright, before we start, I would like to clarify which one we're doing. Because I don't know if y'all scheduled your CDM match or not, but if we're doing TNP or CDM, let me know. TNP first. Okay. Perfect. That's all good with me. At 20... Okay, so you do have that already scheduled. Okay, cool. That's fine by me. And also give you a refresh. I believe we're doing an 18 start. Alright, both players ready to Mayo, I think, may have just... You are on the right seed. Mayo may be checking a setting or something. Alright, now Richard isn't ready. Come on, y'all ready up. Let's get some Tetris played. I can try refreshing you. I might get ads though. Oh no, we're good. Okay. Well, y'all are both ready on 18, so let's get game number 1 going. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Could be the delay from Europe to America, but I have no idea how any of that works. I do know that we have same pieces, and that we're both off. Both players, different approaches to the opener. Tomato sets up, gets Tetris number 1. Which I believe also has a Tetris on the board. I bounced back and forth watching. I am not good at math, as we have seen. Off to strong starts though, for what is sure to be a good game to close out the division. Mayo getting a nice double burn. Opening up the well again. Sinks a Tetris. Richard also having gotten one in there. Richard's board creeping up a bit. Oh, has to cover the wall briefly. Mayo taking some burns. Oh, but the piece is not looking comfortable. Works with it though. Gets the J over. Richard with a nice spin there. Gets a Tetris, goes to 170. Mayo's board a little rickety. Gets a long bar over. Oh, hangs a square. Oh, and that will do it at 138. Richard 177. Good for game number 1. Alright, we push on to 1-1. Richard ready. Give Tomato another refresh. Okay, we're not that far behind. Cool. Alright, both players ready. Game number 2 is underway in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Square T, square the opener. Tomato, you're good to start if you already haven't. Okay, cool. We're good, we're good. Same square T, square opener. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Tomato slamming a Tetris. Richard having to take just a sec to rebuild the board. Richard with some weight over the right side, having to unpack it. Tamayo at 70, Richard at 37. Richard getting this board down. Plugged in the eye dependency as the lumbar came, but still getting the board stacked down very cleanly. We'll get back to setting up the well. Tamayo gets a lumbar, gets a Tetris, goes to 144. Richard with a lumbar Tetris goes to 73. Richard also 10 lines ahead in time relative to Tamayo, but Tamayo's board now is feeling the effect of something. Really good pieces. Getting this reopened. Gets the well, gets the Tetris up to 174. Richard sinks the Tetris up to 128. A bevy of J's coming. The players working around them pretty well. J being a not that harmful piece, especially on a accommodating board like these. Oh, but Richard indecisive of that S and will hang it. We'll top at 153. Tamayo 228, good for game number 2. Oof. Yeah, feel free to take a second if you need to get everything set up on your side. Get all the distractions out of the way. Alright. 2-2 is now the seed. Oh, I knew it. I knew it. I had to be wary about refreshing people. That's okay. I'm gonna let the ads go before I count down. Yeah, let's also get level clarified first. Alright, 18 start. Oh, now Richard has ads. Oh, 1 minute and 7 seconds of them. Oh. I didn't even refresh Richard. I love affiliate. It's so good. It's weird that you can't change quality. I have it to where you can scale it. I will 100% be changing it to less than 1080p afterward, because I realized I should have changed it before. But It's weird that it's not scaling down to like 720 or 480. I'm not sure why. Alright, 7 seconds left on ads. And then we can kick game number 3 off. Alright, ads are done. Game number 3 is counting down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Mart's in chat, cheering on Richard. If you think my voice is cracking, no it's not. This is my 5th set today. I love it though. It reminds me of when I used to do Quiz Bowl, and I have to moderate tournaments and read up hundreds of questions a day. It was so fun, but it took such a toll on my voice. Both players off. Mayo taking a bit of time to uncover the well again. Richard, 2 Tetrises on the board now. Mayo taking some burns. Oh, my really good burn to keep the well open. I didn't think it was going to stay open with that burn. Really good tucks onto Mayo's side, waiting on a Lombard to come. Lombard comes for Richard up to 81. Lombard comes for Mayo. Has a 6,000 point lead as it stands. Neck and neck here though. Richard finding a Lombard for a Tetris. Mayo's board in a bit of traction. Richard now set up for another Tetris. Finds a Lombard. Goes to 153, Mayo up to 118. Nice flat Lombard tuck there by Mayo. Richard sets up, gets a Tetris. Mayo having to use a Lombard to get set up in column 9, but a Lombard comes quick to nail a Tetris. Mayo another quick Tetris. 50,000 is the lead for Richard at the halfway mark. The tides could well change. Still have a lot of Tetris to play. These two players are giving it everything they've got, and they are just matching each other. It's fun watching Tetris like this, like really well played Tetris. Commentating on it though is another story because I'm so intently watching it. It's harder for me to equivocate what's going on. Oh, but Richard up high. Oh, Richard 257 is the top out. Mayo 257 is your chase down. 257. Lombard comes. There will do it by 10,000 points. Mayo taking game number 2. We'll sink one more Lombard just for good measure. Bad decision on that J. I think I see what J you're referring to, and yeah, that placement was a decision to be sure. But Tomato, yeah, okay, you are good. You're mullen. Have at it, but you are good. Alright. GG's all around. Tomato up 2-1 here in the first set. Richard's saying your bitrate is crazy high. That's why you're so delayed. We can mess around in settings later after this set. Because unfortunately changing bitrate and video output does involve going off stream for a second. Okay, yeah, take your time if you do wanna try to change it. You will have to go offline though. So I'll chill here for a second. Can you lower it? Oh, I see. You can. You just can't change the scaling and stuff, or the output resolution. All right, let me get Tomato in here again. Sorry to delay things, Richard. Lipton saying 19, playing 19 for the funny. Just hit 2 L spins in a row. Good lord. I'm gonna take a second while we're at a pause to double check seeds. No, Richard. What? Don't leave. We're good. All right, perfect. We're good. Let's get. Let me actually hit exclamation. To game number 4 underway in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be a high bit rate because, I mean, if you have a low bit rate, there's less to compress on the screen because you really don't need to be able to see every single bit in the colors. You just need to see the general block shape, and their screens are only going to be so big anyway, so you don't need that much of a that many pixels on the screen actually. So yeah, lower bitrate is the way to go. You really don't even need anything higher than about 1,000. Anyway, let me talk about Tetris for a second, because both players' boards are running into their own complications. Richard has the well open, and we'll sink a Tetris. Tomato trying to access that one hole in the stack. Richard with a well clean and open. Tomato also in scoring position. Lombard comes for Richard, gets a Tetris. Tomato sinks a Tetris, goes to 47. Richard at 84. Richard gets a Tetris up to 108. Tomato taking a triple. I think he's trying to get set up one or off the bottom. what is my bit rate? Too much bit rate could be the thing that I've got mine set at 3000, but that's even a bit high. I've got mine set to 3000. I've got my resolution at 1920 by 1080, which needs to be lowered. And I've got my video encoder set to super fast. That's the other thing you want to have higher. Video encoder you want to have, well, high relative to your internet. Because if you've got not great internet and you try to have a fast video encoder, it could mess things up. Richard getting a Tetris, Tomeo answering with one as well. 60k is the points lead for Richard. Tack on another Tetris. At the halfway mark in 18 as well. Oh, Tomeo. Tomeo's board is not looking pleasant. Oh, puts a lumbar in the channel, but needs another one now. Gets it over to the right. I don't think this song is stream safe. Why is it in my stream safe playlist? Oh, Tomeo trying to get set up for a lumbar on the right. Had to block the well and nothing will get over. Has to top out at 161. Richard at 311. Will be good for game number 4. We take it to a decider. Game number 5. Gonna refresh. Take your time. Take your time. Richard, feel free to play this out if you would like. It's pretty decent pace. If you can make something out of your current situation. But you are good for the game. There we go. Perfect. Trying to go for an F. Alright, we push on to 4-4 seed. Yeah, restreamers can have higher bit rates because they need to, their scenes might need to have a bit more detail, but it still doesn't even need to be that high. Not the default of 6,000. Anyway, both players ready. Let's get game number 4 underway here. Sorry, game number 5, the decider round. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Ignore the 4. Think of it as a 5. A 5 with one less number in its value. JLI is the opener. Both players nailing their first Tetris. Tomeo's board. 11 L right now. J works as well. Oh, Richard at 45,000 tops out. Tomeo, your chase down is 45. My goodness, I didn't expect that to happen. I saw Richards in chat before I saw anything else. Tomeo, Chase Down is 4-5. Is it 3-9? Getting good doubles. Nice holding out for that T. 46 will do it. Tomeo gets by. Yeah, I didn't even realize that a drought on your side was happening. I fully expected you to just be able to get out of that. That's what I get for assuming. But Tomeo takes it 3-2. GG's, well played. Yeah, sorry, I had to really make sure that you knew you were in a chase down there. Alright, let me report this. I'm gonna run ads as well. I'll see y'all in 90 seconds. Alright, I'm back from ads. Got the match reported. As it stands, before this next game, for this next set, Tomeo has 40 points, and Swedish Chef has 47 points. And those are the two relegation potential spots. So, Tomeo will have to get 7 points here. That is a 3-1 game. Has to win either 3-0 or 3-1. And then I think at 3-1 it comes down to some other determiner. So, sure to be a very good game. I really hope Tomeo gets 19-2 here. Oh, Tomeo didn't get 19-2. Damn. Tomeo on right seed. Richard on the right seed. 18 start to kick off set number 2 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. IOI, the opener. Richard with Tetris number 1. Tamayo getting a Lombard, getting a Tetris as well. Richard sinking Tetris number 2. Tamayo stack. Trying to get to that hole in the stack. Love an L. Love an I. Richard, though, also having to plug in a Lombard dependency. Oh, Tamayo getting J's over, bringing the stack down nicely with those. $103 for Richard, Tamayo at 45 at the same line count. Tamayo getting this cleaned up. Finds a Lombard, gets the well reopened, gets the Tetris. W dig there. Richard also sinking a Tetris. Oh, but Tamayo with a tuck situation that didn't resolve cleanly. Richard having to force some holes in the stack. $156 playing 81 right now in Richard's favor. Tamayo having to form a stack, a spire with those squares that came. The player's in a dig situation right now. Richard, a bit closer to resolution, is trying to play really cleanly here. Just past halfway here. Richard with about a 90,000 points lead at the same line count. Set up on the left side is Richard. It's a Lombard over for a Tetris. Tamayo set up for a dirty Tetris if a Lombard comes. Yeah, it does, but the well just not open. Oh, but Tamayo, well open, gets the Lombard Tetris, fist in the air, goes to 128. Other players trying to get the stack brought back down. Or if you're Tamayo, try and go dirty again. Gets one row off the bottom. Trying to close the gap here on Richard. Line number 100 approaching. Richard back to a more neutral board. Lombard dependent though. Gets it, has the well open, is set up. Turns it into a Tetris setup, goes to 286. Pushes the lead to 100,000. Tamayo fighting a double wall right now. Manages it quite well, given how the board was looking a couple pieces earlier. Sets up for another dirty Tetris. Transition about 10 lines away from both players. And it is Richard with a Tetris. Richard, one more Tetris in the bag. Tamayo transitions with that triple at 237. Richard pushing everything over to the left, trying to hold out for a long bar. Oh, Tamayo top out at 3 at 239. Richard, right into transition. You will be good for game number 1. Tamayo, boom, suffer game. Hey, I'd take that game any day. Well, at my bronze skill level, I'd take that game any day. I understand silver not wanting to take that game. Richard drawing first blood here. Pushing on to 1/8 seed. Both players ready. Game number 2 is on the way in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. And same pieces, both players off. Hard part is over, the fun part begins. It's Tetris time. Tamayo playing really cleanly, even after that bit of a hang up on the board. Both players simul Tetris. Tamayo getting lumbar over. Richard a bit of a dig situation going on. Has pieces to help bring it down. Oh, overshifts the Z though. Oh no, and that will do it for Richard at 32. Oh, Tamayo at 76. Good for game number 2. Oh, that one overshift will kill you. Tamayo hunting one more Tetris. Tamayo, you are good for the game. Cool. Sometimes I have to remind myself if I'm not muted. Alright. Readies from both players. It's the kill screen seed. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Both players off. Richard, Tetris number 1 of the kill screen seed. Holds out for a J over on the left, but well, it's getting this built out pretty nicely. Series of L's helps a lot. Both players' board set up for Tetris is here. Lombard took its sweet time to get there, but both players reaping the rewards of it. Richard running into a bit more friction here. 20,000 the difference at the same line count. 82 playing 62. Richard, though, evening it up here. Mayo, a really good double there to open up the well. 380 points is the difference. That is, what is a line on 18? Yeah, it's a line difference. Nice. That's quick maths. Richard to Tetris. Tomeo had the well covered as the Lombard came. And it will not uncover cleanly, I fear. Oh, Tomeo overshifting. Oh, doesn't get the J over. Tops at 136. Richard at 180. Takes game number 3. Goes up 2-1. Yeah, join us, join us. Oh yeah, cause yeah, not being relegated is impossible now. You're good. Take your time. Yeah, because even if you won 3-2 now, you'd only get 6 points, and that would put you at 46. Alright, Richard back, says 3A ready. I fear giving you a reset, but I'm just gonna let the stream catch up to me. Alright, both players ready. Let's get game number 4 underway. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And both players off. And we do have the similar pieces. Richard leading off with the Tetris. Tomeo also getting the first Tetris. Both players, yeah, just playing some nice clean Tetris. Not a whole lot to commentate on. No one's run into any traction. No one's died. You know, we're here having a good time. Both players, yeah, just on top of it. 93 playing 73. Richard planning a lumbar into a LJ dependency and not over to the right. Oh, it doesn't get a Z over. Richard tops at 76,000. Tomeo 142 takes us to a game 5 decider. I think Richard's gonna try and sink one more Tetris and then takes us home. Richard calling a 15 for game number 5. You're good. No stress. We can stay on 4B seed even though you saw the first piece of it. But yeah, we'll stick to 4B seed. So we have a game 5 on our hands here for this sixth set of my day. And the set to close out the silver division. Richard, I'm gonna assume that the ready on your screen means that you're ready, and that you are ready after you're unready. Let's get game number 5 underway on, yeah, level 15. So, Tomeo heads up that we're 15ing. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Slowing it down for this game number 5. Taking it old school. Either player opting to push down here. Set deciding to take it nice and easy. Nice double there from Richard. Richard's board up a bit, but this is 15. There's a bit more time to think about decisions. Richard holding out, getting the pieces aligned nicely. Love a long bar. Instead trades it for a delayed burn. Lamar comes. Tomeo's board also a bit high. Richard has the well open though for a Tetris. It is now Tomeo's turn to play dig. Trying to uncover the well as cleanly and efficiently as possible, but always has to be wary of a bit of garbage. Gets the Tetris though. Both players out of their digs. Richard, a bit of a valley forming in the board. I think he's wanting to get it set up for a Tetris. Needs a Lombard though. Has good pieces to float to the sides. Gets a Lombard for a Tetris. And is going to maintain it. He's going to hold out. Gets another Lombard. That's a bit better of a wall transfer. And takes it at 104. Tamayo at 84,000. At just about the halfway mark in this level 15. Tamayo will open for a Tetris, up to 108. Richard sinks a Tetris, up to 125. But players, yeah, matching each other in aggressiveness, I would say. I don't even know if you can call these players aggressive, to be honest. They're just playing a clean Tetris. But they're not being more aggressive than the other is what I'm getting at. Richard up high, sinking a Tetris. Tamayo takes a triple. Brings the stack back down a bit. Richard another Tetris up to 185, Tamayo 137. Gets a dirty Tetris though, Tamayo does. Tamayo clean, waiting on a Lombard just like Richard was. Tamayo finds a Lombard. 181 playing 224. Transition coming for Tamayo in 15 lines. Richard now also 15 lines away. Board a bit unfriendly to Tamayo. Gets a Lombard though. Richard getting a Lombard for a Tetris. We'll go into transition with a bit of a lead here. Tamayo transitions 190 into 18 speeds. Richard hauled out for one Lord Tetris, but will go into transition burning. Transition's 287, so 70k to lead at transition. Tamayo a Tetris into 17. Richard sinking one as well. 2 actually. Oh, Tamayo not putting that T where it was meant to be. Richard well open. Sinks a Tetris. 130k is the lead that Richard has amassed before 19. It's going to take some effort here by Tamayo. Transitioning 251. Richard transitions 425. Both players just trying to line out as much as they can here in post 19. Oh, Tomeo trying to get the well open, but just cannot do it. Tops out at 270. Richard at 444. Takes game 5. Takes the set. Takes, not the division, but takes the division to a close. Tomeo having played 15 and 8 is, I feel that after having played 18 as much as they have recently, I feel that. Richard getting it done, but having to get it done in a sweep. Takes the set from Tomeo 3-2. Richard finished the division in pretty much middle of the board. 29 and 30. Not a bad showing. Tomeo, I'll see you in bronze, buddy. Come join us. Richard's still going here at 490 into level 24. Oh, hangs a long bar on the left. That will do it. Yeah, well, what time is it? UDC. It's 22 UDC. If I'm gonna be restreaming your TNP, your CDM match, let me run ads real quick. Actually, gives me an idea. Alright, I'm back. I've got my ads ran. Bracket is before you. We're playing match number 5. Tomeo v. Richard. And CTM's level select is lower seed picks first. So, Richard will have level select for this set. King smurfing CT as always. He does what he's got to do. Make sure I've got both players set up here. Let's take away these well-earned hearts. Cute. Perfect. Alright, Richard calling for an 18 start. I fear refreshing your streams, but I'm waiting for readies to show on stream. Okay, cool. Both players ready. Let's kick this tier 4 matchup off in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. And we're off. Lipton, thank you for reminding me to hydrate. I did just finish my sody top, so I probably should drink actual water. Tomato, set up with an Aki bar, but gets a Tetris. Richard also having gotten a Tetris. Taking some skims off the top there. Skimmed off a bit too much. Skimmed off the Tetris readiness. Set up with a bit of a mountain on the board that they'll have to level out. Meanwhile, Tomeo resetting to get another Tetris as the Lombard comes. Goes to 74. This is the CDM match now. This is CDM Tier 4, the winner of this match rather, going on to play none other than TMP Zone Abaro. Because CTM community seeds are half TNP anyway. Yeah, I'm not gonna roll my R's because it's really plosive, but Abaro. I'm already peeking a lot because I have to turn my audio up, but the one, the only. Ooh, very nice sequence there by Richard. Richard at 151, Tomeo at 147 at the same line count. Very, very close here. The player's still in a tiny dig. Manageable, but will need to be very cautious. The player's still able to move pieces. That is the most important part, being able to move your pieces. Tomeo setting up really nicely, seeing the J coming. Oh, Richard set up for a dirty Tetris if a Lombard can come. Oh, it does, but the wall wasn't open. Oh, I had to put more weight on top of it. Both players' boards really needing some help. Oh, and it's so close here. It's 180 to 180. Richard getting a Lombard over. Oh, both players are playing so well right now. Tomeo almost having this cleaned up back to neutral board. Is Tetris ready? Oh, but having to force holes in the stack because the Lombard is still not showing. Both players about to reach the 100 line mark. Transition is close to approach. Richard with the well open setup. Has the well open even through that square. Oh, pushes a lumbar over for the J. Richard getting up high. Oh, but hangs lumbars. Richard tops out 236. Tamayo 236 is your chase down. 236. You have 10 lines left until transition. He's hitting 224, needs 236. Tetris into transition 248 will do it. Tamayo takes game 1 into transition. Cursed seed indeed. That was Dig City. And not of your own volitions. Tamayo may be wanting to hit one more good Tetris out of this just to call it a good seed. I don't know if I would call mullining an option at this pace with your PB. Alright. Push on to seed A6. My other cat has joined me in here. Hey, baby. Hi. Yeah, that was some seed. I hope A6 is better. Speaking of A6, let's get it going in 3, 2, 1. Did my 3 work? Wait, did my 3 work? Why is my 3 not counting down? Okay, go. Start. For some reason my 3 isn't working. So, start. I'm gonna figure out what's up with my bot. We do have same pieces, so we're good. Richard with what appears to be 2 Tetrises on the board. Could be 1. Tamayo with a Tetris on the board. Oh, Richard's board up high. Richard's board. Getting it settled is getting pieces. Oh, if that lumbar would have burned, that would have been a nice spot to put it, but Richard topping at 57,000. Tamayo 5-7 is your chase down. 5-7. We have a redo. Tamayo's start was pretty delayed. Yeah, let's... I think that's a fair redo, honestly. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna see if I'll unmod the bot and then mod it again. But yeah, we can call that a redo, it's okay. Okay, cool. It does work. So we'll push on to B7 seed. Sorry, Tomato. Speaking of, let me give Tomato's stream a refresh. Of course, they get put in ads. It happens. Hi, Winter. Hello. Winter, this is actually the last match. This is Tomeo v Richard in CTM, because I just took them for their TMP matches for silver. So now they're doing their CTM match. Yeah, 3 hours. It's what I signed up for. I don't mind it. Alright, so Tomeo, we're gonna push on to to B7. Yeah, we're gonna redo that. Alright. Both players ready, and I've checked the bot is working. So, heed the bot's command and start in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Winter, I'm sorry guys, I got a good modern player into Classic. Yeah, Kira is pretty scary. I'm trying to get points on them as I can now before they get very good. I'm trying to get points on everybody that I can before they get really good. I should just go back to beginner for a division, but it's no fun. Tomeo having to plug in iDependency. Gets it open. Will resolve pretty cleanly. Gets a Tetris out of it. Richard also getting a Tetris up to 54. Tomeo at 32. Ooh, early shift by Richard. Oh, Kira being a 650 does not seem accurate for her level of play. Richard, a couple quick touches is up to 124. Tomeo gets the Lombard, gets the Tetris up to 102. At the same line count, only separated by a Tetris. Violet can go to silver where she belongs. Violet is too good of a player. Richard having to dig for a couple of holes in the stack. Getting them uncovered pretty nice. Tomeo with a 20,000 point lead at the same line count. Yeah, I feel like Violet's gonna get a max incredibly soon. Damn, I can't believe Violet is gonna get a max before I'm gonna get a half max. Can't believe. Tomeo puts that Lombard in column 9, puts the next one in column 10. Up to 199. Richard Wolf 148. Tomeo, another Tetris, extending the lead on Richard. Richard in the danger zone. Richard is playing between the temperatures of 41 and 135 degrees Fahrenheit because he's in the danger zone. Gets the board down though. is at 175. Tomeo with a Tetris goes up to 279. 100k the lead here for Tomeo at just past the halfway mark. And if you didn't understand my joke, you've never worked in food service. I know I'm not GD. I know. No one's GD. I'm Gilded Lizard. I'm GL, yeah. Oh, Richard's right side is looking a bit curmudgeon-y. Would love a J for a tuck, but just gets so many L's. Tried to get a S-spin in there, but wasn't happening. Gets it brought down, though, pretty nicely. 100 line mark has been reached for both players. I actually saw GD's face for the first time earlier because I watched the Illinois qual whenever it was happening, and GD was qualing. And I saw GD's face, and GD was not what I imagined. Not in a bad way at all, just I imagined someone looking like Colin with a voice like GD. Tomeo. Let's give score updates. Tomeo at 403. Richard Wolf at 247. Transition is about to hit. Tomeo at Tetris. Oh, and those squares just not doing Richard any good. Able to work pieces around it. Will transition 256. Will top out there, though. Tomeo at 480. You're good for game number 2. I was reading Winter's message about the... Are you referring to the big 64-person picture that Ty is at the bottom of? Oh, in the war server. Okay. Ty, Colin, and GD did a photo. I'll have to go check that out. Richard for game 3, Colin for a 15 start. I'm happy to oblige. You're fine. You're good. I don't blame you for wanting to get 500k. I also want to get 500k. Alright, but let's kick this 15 start off here. Heads up for a 15 start. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. I feel especially in silver I need to... Well, silver slash gold. I need to stress whenever there's not a 15 start. 18 start, rather. But both players off. Tomeo gets Tetris number 1. Both players enjoying the slow, calming nature of 15 instead of the hectic, bumbling mess of 18. That just happens to be way easier to understand. Both players nailing Tetris's. Tomeo 41, Richard 26, but still way too early to call. It's like a presidential race right after the polls close. Too early to call. players getting Tetrises though. Tomato building up a bit high. Taking burns here. Finds a Lombard. Gets a Tetris. Up to 84. Richard with a well open, but a hole in row 4 for a triple. Now it's double eye dependent. Tomato stack clean, waiting on a Lombard. Richard in turmoil. Can't get anything to move. Are they leaving again? Okay. Where are they backing in? Sorry, someone's home. Anyway, Richard topping out at 73. Tomato, you take the set. You are moving on. Yeah, Richard, I think the fatigue of playing 3 matches in a row, yeah. I can understand that. Let me get this here match reported. I gotta say, I prefer CDMs. Oh, okay, they're both leaving. Interesting. I prefer CDMs input mechanism over TMPs, though I don't mind TMPs at all. But Tomato moving on. Let's take another look at the bracket. Hit the window. Abaro moving on to play. Sorry, Tomato moving on to play Abaro. In the semifinals, the winner of that match will move on to play some other person whenever Xenon and Javanti play their match. Whenever that'll be. Anyway, folks, that'll actually do it for me. We've done all the matches I was wanting to get. The only person live is Classic Tetris, and I don't really want to raid the qualifier channel. Who else is live playing Tetris? Let's see. Oh, Classic Tetris 2 and 3 are... Jesus Christ, so many things are qualifying right now. Oh my god, Classic Tetris 5 exists? What the fuck? Oh, Tomato! Thank you for the 300 bits. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate. I try to have a really good style and not be too... I have to be my own person and not take from others, but I appreciate nonetheless. I appreciate the bits. There's no one good to rate. All the Tetris channels live are all the qualifier channels for Phoenix and Illinois. So I'm just gonna get off of here. I will see y'all around.